That is Lara Trump providing an answer to the question, what would happen if you taught a robot how to sing and then tortured it while it was doing so? But anyway, Lara Trump, head of the RNC, crooner from time to time, might soon be a senator because Marco Rubio might well become Secretary of State. Seems like a fairly good lock, which means his seat now needs to be replaced. And theoretically, what you could do is you could take one of the many like Florida politicians on the Republican side who've worked for years and know the state and its businesses and its communities and all that. Or alternatively, you could just choose someone whose last name is Trump. You know, that's what the anti-establishment right would do right now, just coronate one of his family members. But it's entirely possible that it will happen because Lara Trump is getting boosted by some notable figures on the right. Anna Paulina Luna said, Lara Trump needs to be nominated replacement by Governor DeSantis. She will keep the seat and avoid a messy primary for Florida. I don't know why that's capitalized there. I just like it. Well-spoken, kicked butt on election integrity, etc. I love that her qualifications for her to be a part of the greatest deliberative body in the world is well-spoken. She didn't mention the singing, just the speaking. Kicked butt on election integrity, which means we won, so we didn't have to claim that there was voter fraud, and etc. You should be able to come to three things, three reasons. That's not good enough at all. But it's not just her. Katie Britt, you know, the creepy person from the kitchen. She just said about Lara Trump, she just got off a historic win. She understands the America First agenda. For me, I think she would be a tremendous pick, a voice for hardworking families and another mom of school-age kids that understands what we're up against, and that's to fight to protect the American dream. A voice for hardworking families. She literally is a member of a billionaire family, and she's getting constant jobs just because she's in the family. What is working or class about any of that? And by the way, the historic win they're referencing there seems to be that I guess the Republicans maintained control of the House. It looks like they lost ground, and they certainly didn't do as well as Trump did on the presidential level. So theoretically, maybe she didn't do the best job, but those are the qualifications that have been provided. What do you think, Sharon? Could you see it happening?
Yeah, I definitely think it will happen. And I think it's another example of the low bar that is set for some in this country, while others have, it's the door is padlocked. They will never get over the hump. She is a perfect candidate for this. All she did was lie and repeat the same few sentences and appear flawless cosmetically throughout the land. There's nothing more to it. She married the brother that we don't hear much about, okay? And she drinks her wine and posts to TikTok and reminds everyone that this is the Trump party, and that includes all the money. So I think it would definitely happen. Why not? In this new world order, she should get the job. She should get the role. She's earned it, however you want to phrase that or define earning these days.
Yeah, I mean, look, since they don't think that any of these positions actually matter or require any experience or knowledge or qualifications, they don't think that about virtually anything in our society anymore. According to them, she has earned it. And you know how she earned it? They know who she is. She hasn't said anything woke recently, so I guess that would be something. It's pathetic. Being a senator should be a big thing. It should be the culmination of a work of service. And that's just not at all what it is. I'm getting, by the way, in this, and it might not be her, by the way. So some are saying the most likely replacement, because I think it would be up to DeSantis, at least in the short term, would be his chief of staff and former campaign manager, James Uthmeier, who I've literally never heard of before. So why not? I'm sure he's terrible, by the way. So it might not be her, but like, it's giving me Bush vibes, isn't it? Like, I know that they claim like we're anti-establishment. You're setting up a dynasty of just people with the last name Trump. And I get it, that name is worth something now, but I'll remind everyone, the name Bush was worth something at some point, and they had multiple governorships, and they had a president for two terms. They had multiple presidents. And so it's just feeling like that. Like, I wonder if at some point that name will become as toxic in Republican politics as Bush eventually did. It seems impossible to consider now, but at some point it might have for Bush. And by the way, we'll throw out one last potential choice. If it's not the chief of staff, if it's not Laura Trump, maybe, according to Scott Jennings, it could be Hulk Hogan. He put on the shirt and he put his jacket over it so that he could do that. That's not cool. I shouldn't need to explain to him that that's not cool. His tie's there. Why not just wear the t-shirt then? So pathetic. You're not a Hulkamaniac, buddy. Anyway, Sharon, final thoughts?
Maybe he should be the health czar, Hulk. Because, I mean, he did it the healthy way, the organic, the natural way.
Eat your vitamins. That's what he'd say.
That's right. He's got that glow about him that he's always had in and out of the ring. So can you please make this stop?
That glow.
And I put up how is this count under the countdown or not until January 20th?
We'll have to see. But the glow, by the way, is ridiculous, apocalyptic levels of tanning. And also, you're always worried about senators start to age and decay and everything, but he pumped himself full of so many chemicals throughout the 70s, 80s, and 90s. He may never age,
You think he's embalmed?
Ridiculous. I think he is self-embalmed with all of what he's pumped into his body to be a wrestler.
It could be. Anyway, wow.
We live in such stupid times. Here's the thing. Is it really worse than Laura Trump? Would it be? I don't know. Yeah, he's on tape, having said the N-word, but do we think that anyone is being considered for this position that hasn't said it a time or two? Really?
He's on tape for more than that, too.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, it's fine. Do you, boo?
Anyway, some things I would like not to preserve. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?